Yes, Alan. So in the previous class we have studied what are the characteristics of the living beings. We have studied that the living beings are which can be easily differentiate between the non-living, and we can even differentiate between the living and the dead. We have studied several characteristics of the living beings, and on the basis of these characteristics, now I am sure that at least you will be able to differentiate that what are living and what are non-living. Okay. Nutrition, respiration, transport, excretion, growth, development, movement, locomotion, response to stimuli, reproduction, homeostasis, metabolism, and definite life cycle, and even death. These many characteristics are there, and these characteristics are helping us to know that what are the living beings. And when we look around, we find there are several millions of living beings. Now, it is always a human desire to differentiate them, to know about the organism, to know that what they are useful for, that to know that what ways they may be harmful to us, whether they are causing some disease, whether they can be of some medicinal properties, whether they can give us some kind of food, whether we can get some type of material like wool or dust or something like that which can be beneficial to us, whether we can get leather or hair or fur or anything else. So we always wanted to know about these organisms, that what are the different organisms and what are their importance, what are the characteristics of these organisms and what ways they can be beneficial to us. Now when we want to study that what ways they are beneficial to us, naturally there are some organisms which are harmful to us also. Not only to us, but to those organisms which are beneficial to us. Say for example, if we talk about that human beings' basic need is food, and the food comes from some cereals. Then we get some type of medicine. Then we get some kind of wood, leather, some other substances. Now say for example, when I talk about the milk, my concentration or my interest of animal is cow. What all animals are giving us milk? Milk can be obtained from the cow, and the buffaloes, and the sheep, and the yak, and the camel, and many other animals are there. We don't know world over what kind of food, what kind of milk people are drinking. So there are number of choice available to us. Now suppose I am talking about the cow. I would like to increase the productivity of the milk, and in order to enhance the productivity of the milk, what I have to see that what kind of food I have to feed them. If my animal falls sick, what kind of medications need to be done? If my kind of animal is falling sick, I must know that what kind of animals or what kind of pathogens are responsible for it. So for them also some useful, that is the food and other things are there, medicine and all, and at the same time of some of pathogens are there which are causing disease. Pathogens. Even some predators are there. So I must know about the predators, I must know about pathogens, I must know about the food. Now when I know these predators, I would also like to know that what are the other organisms which can predate on them. What are pathogens, that is how these pathogens can be controlled. Or when I talk about the useful, like grass is there, like the fodder is there, I must also know that what all the other organisms are there which are decreasing the productivity of the fodder. Again I will say that what are pathogens which are destroying the fodder, and what are the other organisms which are sharing the fodder with them. So slowly if we see, we find that the entire world, that is all the organisms which are around us, some way or other, they are related to us. They may not be directly, like if I talk about a giraffe, I mean, what I have to worry about giraffe? Where I live, there is not a single giraffe living. Why should I worry about them? But if I go on relating my organisms, the organs of my need, I will find that somehow the giraffe may be sharing something along with the other organs. Like the fodder, the grass, giraffe is also eating that same grass which animal of my interest is eating. Suppose the horse are there, suppose the deer are there, suppose the other, and I may have interest on those organs. I may not have any interest on giraffe. Probably I may like giraffe or I may not like giraffe. If I don't like giraffe, I would like to go and shoot them, kill them. But then I must also remember that somehow they are interdependent, and killing or removing one organ may imbalance the food chain. Or how I have to increase the productivity of those useful substances which are useful to my interest of animal or plants. So this is how, if we go on increasing, if we go on studying, we will find that the entire world is interdependent on one another. God has not simply sat on the ground like the day He was constructing life or He was forming life. It was not like that He was simply sat on the ground and He just made something, this will look like giraffe and this will look like cow and this will look like a bird and this will look like a lizard, and just made and this thing gave life to them. Every organism in this universe is having some purpose. Every organism is playing a certain role in the ecosystem, and that is why the organs are there. That is why they are there. So now it is necessary that we must know about them. In class 9, the chapter of diversity, you may or you might not have studied, but that was very important. Okay? Now this year again we will study in the first, second, third, fourth, 4 chapter हमारे केवल classification के हैं. 4th chapter there, 9th class only 1 chapter was there. We are starting classification from today. Today I am just giving you some of the outline of the classification, and in the following classes, when we will study about the chapter 2, chapter 3 and chapter 4, we will finish all the classification. So classification is very important, but first of all thing, why should we study? So I just give you an example how the cow is important to us, and I want to know what is our, but at the same time I come to know that the predator like the lions are there, tigers are there, panthers are there, wolves are there, jackals are there, the other animals are there. They may cause damage to my animal, they may pick away my animal, they may kill my animal, and that is why I should know about them also, that is what type of condition they live, what duration they come, like they are attacking on the night or they are attacking in the day, or whether they are attacking in a group or whether they are attacking solitary and all. So I must know that if a person is going in a field, in the field in order to graze these animals, for the grazing of this kind of animals, so he must know that what kind of predators are there, what kind of food the animal is eating. So slowly and slowly we have to increase, we have to go on increasing the circle. That is, these animals are dependent on these animals are harmful, and then these are animals on which these are dependent, and slowly we will find that the entire all the organs which are there somehow directly or indirectly related. And that is why we are studying about all this. Now the question is, how will we study? How will we study? Suppose there are 75 lakh species. 75 lakh species, if we would like to study in our lifespan, we will have to take so many lives, so many generations, then also we will not be able to study. Say for example, if we take a man's life in 100 years, a man is going to live for 100 years. And each year is having 365 days. So that means he will be daily living for these many days. 36,500 days only we are going to survive on the earth. Others, if our life is of 100 years. which is rarely some people are taking. And if I think that is the right of the day one, a child started learning about the species. From day one, he started learning about the species. And every day he is studying 10 species. So that means in all his life, per day 10 species he will be studying. That is a very less number, very slow. Then also we will never be able to study these many species, 7.5 million species, कभी संभव ही नहीं है. It is not possible if you would like to study individually one species every day. Moreover, what we studied yesterday, we tend to forget today. So I am just giving you an exercise to do. Today, after all the classes gets over, just for a time pass, you take a rough paper and a pencil and start to jot down all the names of the species which you know. Type of cereals, type of oil plants, type of fiber plants, type of what you call vegetables, type of, and all the animals which are there, maybe mammals, maybe birds, maybe fish, maybe reptiles, maybe whatever, all the kind of organisms which you know, your list will not go beyond 250 or 200. If you are lucky enough. Otherwise many of the species we just know, मम्मी धनिया मंगाती है, हम पुदीना ला के दे देते हैं. Mummy asks us to buy ginger from the market, and we go to the market and we see something ginger like, and we turmeric la ke de diya. We don't even recognize the species, many of us. Okay? So that is a need, that we must know that all the species, and how will we know? If we go on studying individually, it is not possible for us. Consider a small departmental store. एक डिपार्टमेंटल स्टोर, हमारे कोटा का अच्छा सा एक डिपार्टमेंटल स्टोर है, बिग बाजार. आई शुड नॉट नेम द ब्रांड, फिर भी चलो मैंने दे दिया. बिग बाजार में आप हैं, से फॉर एग्जांपल बिग बाजार इज हैविंग सम अबाउट 15,000 टाइप ऑफ आइटम्स. 15,000 टाइप्स ऑफ आइटम्स. Now, when you enter, do you find that all 15,000 items are lying on the floor and you have to go and search? ऐसा तो नहीं होगा ना? If you go to the bazaar, you go to any departmental store, you find there are racks and there are sections. On these sections there are racks, and the racks are having shelves, and the shelves are having partitions. Yet there we find the different type of things. अगर आपको कॉस्मेटिक्स लेना है, वहाँ पे ऊपर कहीं बोर्ड लग रहा होगा कि इन दिस सेक्शन ओनली कॉस्मेटिक्स आर देयर. ठीक है, ऑल द कॉस्मेटिक्स आर देयर. नाउ व्हेन यू गो टू दैट डिपार्टमेंट, देयर विल बी डिफरेंट रैक्स. इन विच वन ऑफ द रैक्स इट विल बी ओनली सोप्स, अदर रैक्स इट विल बी ओनली द face wash. Further you will find some face cream, further you will find some moisturizer, further you will find some cold cream, further you will find some whitening cream, and there are so many type of items are there. Then each shelf you will find a different shelf, and each shelf again are having different blocks on which he or she may be adjusting a different type of brands item or the size base. That is all 200 ml will be here, and 150 ml will be here, and 100 ml will be there, and 50 ml. Why this classification is done? Why things are so well arranged? So that whenever you are in a need of any particular item, you can at once reach to that. You need not to explore the entire shop. You need not to simply sort out from that heap of the things what your interest of thing is there. You may be simply requiring an eyebrow pencil of such small size. अब इतने बड़े ढेर के अंदर और पेंसिल कटर, इतने बड़े ढेर में पेंसिल कटर, it may be your luck that you may find it just outside, or you may have to remove everything and you have to search. Better क्या होगा? There are stationaries, and in the stationery there are books, sports books, there are copies, there are pens, there are pencils, color pencils, and all other items. They are very well stacked. Then it is so easy for us. You go to any stationery shop, you will find all the things are well arranged. Why are they well arranged? Just haphazardly arrange them, put them anywhere. Even in your kitchen, you see, your mother arranges everything so well. So when she has to make tea, morning tea, she knows that where the sugar box is there, tin is there, where the tea leaves are there, where ilaichis are there, where ginger powder is there, where other things are there, so that she can at once locate them and use them and keep it back there, the same place. Similarly, she got a big masala in which all the different spices are there, dhaniya, mirchi, haldi, namak, kala namak, all the type of things. There are some states in which all the garam masalas are there, jeera is there, saunf is there, dalchini is there, and kali mirchi is there, long is there. Why mummy has to do that much of pain she has to take and arrange them? One day you go and just shuffle everything and you see what gift you get. Because when it is to locate you, at once you will know that sugar is here. Now sugar will not only be used in making tea. The sugar may be an ingredient of many other things, maybe squash, maybe some chutneys, maybe some other type of thing, some sauce may be there or some thing, where you may require even a half teaspoon of sugar, but you require. मम्मी ने खीर बनाया होगा, कभी हलवा बनाया होगा, कभी शरबत बनाया होगा, शिकंजी बनाई होगी. Every time you eat, you go and search for sugar, it will be a difficult task. So if they are well arranged, we also have to do this. वो जो 7.5 million species है उनको हम well arrange कर देंगे, then it will be more easy, so easy for us. I was in Australia and once our car's fuse, indicator का fuse है वो blow हो गया. Now it's not India कि आप हाथ निकालो ये मुझे इधर मुड़ना है. Your indicator light is necessary. Without that, you can't take the car in the main road. Now, we were helpless. The car was at home. We had to go, but we could not take the car out because indicator is not there. Anyway, temporarily I just saw that in the fuse box, the same rating of the fuse is there for the horn, and in abroad you cannot use horn. So I said for the timing, we'll remove the horn wall fuse and put it in the indicator, and the indicator will go. Then we reach to the shop where all accessories are available. It's a huge shop, very big one, where all brands and all sort of automobiles parts are there. I was just laughing. I said to I told my brother-in-law, for such a small fuse you are coming to such a big shop. But this is the place where you get A to Z, every item, right from a two-wheeler to that small planes, aeroplanes and boats and all, everything you will get. I said okay. Now we started searching for the fuse. Ultimately we reached to a block where all the fuses are there. But each car has got different own kind of fuse. So we could not find. We reached to the counter and we asked them, okay, Toyota ka so-and-so model fuse 5 ampere, where I'll get. He at once directed us, go to so-and-so row, so-and-so place, and the shelf is there, on the fourth shelf you will find. At once, so accurate. That is the advantage of classification, that is the advantage of arranging things, that is the advantage of the thing when we arrange them well. Again, and that is what we want also. अगर हम 75 लाख स्पीशीज को रोजाना पढ़ना शुरू करो, even 100 species I try to learn every day individually. एक दिन मैं मक्खी पकड़ूँ तो उसको पढ़ूँ कि मक्खी इतनी बड़ी होती है, ऐसी होती है, इसकी 6 टांगें होती हैं, 2 पंख होते हैं, 6 इसके एब्डोमिनल ब्लॉक होते हैं, 2 इसकी आंखें होती हैं, कंपाउंड आई होती है. It will take very long. And tomorrow, when I study about the cockroach, I will find the mixed match. So what is the best way is to classify them as the shopkeeper has classified all the bathing soap together, all the washing soap together, all the shampoos together, all the conditioners together. Similarly, we have to classify the organisms, whatever organisms are there. 75 lakh species you cannot study at once. So we have to, what we have to do is we have to arrange them. Now this arrangement, this sorting of the organisms is known as classification. And a branch of biology which deals with it is known as taxonomy. Taxonomy is the branch of biology which deals with the classification of the organism. Okay? Now come to the very first thing. What is the thing which we are going to classify? हम किसका classification कर रहे हैं? Anybody can unmute yourself and tell. What are the things which we want to classify? किस चीज को classify करना है? Anybody can unmute yourself because you already studied this chapter in class 9. दो छोड़िए उसको भी छोड़ दीजिए. By your experience you tell me what is the thing which we are looking for the classification. किसका classification करना है? भाई यहाँ पे हमने क्लासिफाई किया है किसको करा? सोप को अलग कर दिया डिटर्जेंट से, दैट इज द बेसिक वॉशिंग सोप से, वॉशिंग सोप को अलग कर दिया शैम्पू से, एंड देयर आर मेनी आइटम्स. दीज आर द आइटम्स व्हिच वी आर क्लासिफाइंग. In the science of taxonomy, what is the thing which we want to classify?
Organisms.
Organisms. Okay, very good. Now the thing is, how will we differentiate organisms? होता क्या है organism? आप बोलेंगे सर बकरी एक organism है, तो बकरी का बच्चा दूसरा organism है कि वही है? Because shampoos will be classified 200 ml, 150 ml, 100 ml, 550 ml, and pouches को अलग रखा है. तो बकरी का बच्चा एक अलग स्पीशीज है, अलग इंडिविजुअल है, ऑर्गेनिज्म है कि वही है? चलो वो तो हम देख लेंगे सर ये तो बकरी है, बकरी का बच्चा है, थोड़ी दिनों बाद बकरी बन जाएगा, तो इसको तो हम बकरी के साथ में स्टडी करेंगे. व्हाट अबाउट द लार्वा, प्यूपा, caterpillar and the butterfly and the eggs? There is no similarity in any of these stages. Looking at the pupa, you cannot make out that this is going to be a butterfly or a larva or a caterpillar or eggs. All of them look so drastically different. Are you going to classify them separately in the different categories? What is the thing which we are classifying? Simply saying organism is not enough. This is the actually concrete object of the entire classification. और मैं अगर आपको एक बात बताता हूँ कि in the entire science of classification, this is the only truth. क्या है वो truth? That is called species. In the entire science of the classification, there is only one thing which is there, that is called species. You will, if I ask you to bring group or family or order or phylum or kingdom, these are only abstract things. And today you must have classified a particular species in a particular category. Tomorrow some other scientist may come and he may have an objection and he or she may put another type of classification which may be better accepted and the classification can be changed. But what cannot be changed in the species? Species is species. That is the only concrete object in the entire science of classification. वो ही सच है, बाकी सब हमारा imagination है. I imagined as kingdom. When I was studying, there were only two kingdoms I studied, the plant kingdom and animal kingdom. When now you are studying 5 kingdoms. World over there are several countries where the education is advanced, they are studying 7 kingdoms. 5 kingdoms and their domains. तो हम तो अभी पीछे हैं। एंड दूसरे तो एट पार जो है द साइंस ऑफ द क्लासिफिकेशन इज एवर चेंजिंग। इन द पास्ट bacteria were classified into plant kingdom, fungi were classified into plant kingdom because they had cell walls. But today we classify them as a bacteria as a different category, that is called Protista, and the fungi is different category as a kingdom fungi. So the entire science of the classification can change as if you go to the different shop, you will find the different sort of arrangement. If you go to the medical store, in a medical store, the store person can classify the medicines on the basis of categories of the disease for which it is required, or on the basis of the brand, or it may be that is most used medicines in the front and the less used medicines in the back, or some other ways. It is his convenience. So the every person's classification is different. Every person's arrangement is different. Can we also have that type of arrangement? If I say that what are the 10 vegetables which you like, everyone's liking will be different. Some may like tinda, some may not like, some may like loki, other may not like, some may like bangan, some may not like, some may like tomatoes, other may not like. किसी को गोभी अच्छी लगती होगी, किसी को नहीं लगती, किसी को भिंडी अच्छी लगती होगी, किसी को नहीं लगती. तो the choice, where the choice is there is a variation. And in science we can't go after choice, we have to have a logic. What is more important is logic. हम वहाँ क्लासिफिकेशन मेरी पसंद के हिसाब से नहीं कर रहा हूँ कि मेरे को खरगोश अच्छा लगता है इसलिए मैं इसको यहाँ रखूँगा, मुझे शेर अच्छा नहीं लगता मैं तो वहाँ रखूँगा, सांप से मुझे बहुत घिन आती है इसलिए इसको वहाँ रखूँगा. It is not like that. The classification is based on some logics, and these logics are unchangeable throughout the world. But when the logic changes, automatically that also changes. So I said the entire science of the classification will be one thing which will never change. बकरी तो बकरी ही रहेगी, fungi तो fungi ही रहेगा. Mushroom will remain mushroom only, whether it is studied in the 2 kingdom classification under plant, or whether you study in the 5 kingdom classification under fungi. But mushroom will remain mushroom only. You cannot say that ये पहले मशरूम था उसके अंदर अब इसका नाम चेंज कर दिया या ये चीज़ अलग हो गई, अब ये मशरूम है ही नहीं. It is no more a mushroom. It cannot be like that. So the species is the only thing which remain unchanged. And rest everything can change. बाकी सब हमारी इमेजिनेशन है. मैंने इमेजिन करा है कि जीनस क्या होता है, क्लास क्या होता है, ऑर्डर क्या होता है, फाइलम क्या होता है, किंगडम क्या होता है, सब फाइलम क्या होता है, सब किंगडम क्या होता है, सब ऑर्डर क्या होता है. These are all our imagination. So the one thing which never change in the science of the classification, that is taxonomy, is the species. That anything can change. I just explained you in today's class what is the need of classification. Because there are so many organisms, ये तो बहुत कम लिखे हैं. Organisms are discovered every day. There are so many places in the world where we could not even reach in the depth of the sea. In those deciduous rainy forests, in those stinking sewage lines, in the every organism's body, maybe in muscle, maybe in intestine, maybe in lungs, maybe in heart, maybe in kidneys, maybe in liver, everywhere parasites are there, and some good organisms are also there. We have not studied them, and we can never also. There is no possibility that in whatever total number of species are there in the world we will be able to study. We will never be. And species are ever forming also. कई सारी species बनती भी है, कई सारी species खत्म भी हो जाती है, extinct भी हो जाती है. So it is a very complicated science about which we will study in the following class. कल की क्लास में हम पढ़ेंगे इसके बारे में. Let me take your attendance and then you can go. Today my time is over. Okay. Thank you.